Hey everybody, Beyond U89 here, bringing you a brand new series. Today we're going to be looking at the Secret Oasis Resort, and this is a resort in the term of I'm going to be building hotels, a shopping area, and then a theme park as well, full of like backstage, and kind of just think Disney, Universal style and level of resort. I'm going to be kind of trying to tackle that. So overall, the plan I have, and I will show an overview of everything, kind of give you a visual, but the overall plan I have for this resort is to build two hotels. The first completed one is right in front of you, the Metric. The other hotel is going to be a less modern design than this one. So yeah, two hotels, sure, let's just call it what it is, a downtown Disney Springs, City Walk type shopping area right before the park entrance. And then eventually, yes, the theme park itself, which I'm kind of throwing the imaginary budget out of the door and just going full on, like I said, Disney, Universal, Busch Gardens, SeaWorld, just full on budget. Just go ahead, go crazy. So lots of dark rides, lots of full theming, but that's a few months down the road here. So yeah, like I said, started with the hotel here. This is called the Metric Hotel. Just finished this up not too long ago, and everything that you see here I do build only on Twitch during live streams. So that is what I've been doing over there. So if you'd ever like to see this build in person, be sure to try and catch some of my live streams over on Twitch there. But I figured at the end of each project, I'm kind of splitting this up into sections. So each hotel will be a section, the downtown shopping area will be another section of video, and then the theme park itself will be a whole nother section as well. But yeah, so as I complete sections, I figured I'll kind of do a walkthrough for YouTube to kind of show off to everyone over here what we've been building over there. So to get it started off, like I said, we started with the Metric, which was the name of that was thought up by DJ Technoid, and great name for it. And the font is Fogg's fantasy font. It's so fancy, but it worked perfect for this whole feel here. And as you can see, it's a very modern hotel. It's kind of a convention, kind of a hotel center, has a lot of amenities for people who maybe aren't going to the park necessarily, but maybe, like I said, since it's a convention center, they can come, and there's a pool, there's a amphitheater, there's a little park walkthrough. So even if it's just a business person kind of going to the hotel, but they're not needing to go to the resort or the park, they can still have stuff to do around this resort here. So yeah, we'll kind of take a look around, kind of show all the amenities, the hotel up close, and give it just a little tour here. So the hotel itself was based off of a real life structure here. I believe it was in Hong Kong. I think it's called the Learning Center. I didn't do too much research as to what it is exactly, but it sounds like a school. So I believe it's a university or a school there. So that's what the main structure was built off of, and I pretty much did it to I pretty much replicated it exactly, added on some of my own little flares here and there, but excuse me. So we have that there, and right in front of it we have our valet parking structure. That's what this is here. So the idea is that people can bring their cars in, leave them with Frank over here. Frank is what I've dubbed the archer in the game. Leave them with Frank. His arrows don't bite too hard. Leave your cars there, and valet will take your cars over this way, which we will look at in just a minute. Here's your official signage for the resort. Big shout out to D Freak. He made this custom sign for us, custom flag, so that's really awesome of him to do. Gave this to us, and yeah, that's the resort emblem there, if you will. You kind of know how, like, Walt Disney World, if you've been there before, they have their Walt Disney World flag. That's our flag there, and then the park the resort is in the United States, in Florida. I'm picturing it's just outside of Orlando, in between Orlando and Tampa, so that's the idea for the flags there. If you come around this way, very lush foliage. Like I said, it's kind of set in, set in Florida, so we can kind of get away with a lot of this tropical foliage. But you have two entrances into the main hotel itself. You have your main grand entrance, if you will, and then for those who maybe cannot get upstairs easily, you know, we have our ramp up as well. So there is that access there. This is our backstage, one of our backstage buildings here. I'd like to say that this is more of a seasonal backstage building in the term of they kind of put their Halloween decorations and food carts, and there's some Christmas, I believe there's Christmas decorations as well, but yeah, Christmas decorations. So you have a lot of different holdings back here for your different seasons. You can kind of see we got the studios pack and I got really happy, so I just started throwing down a bunch of crap back here. I was all excited. I was like, yes, studios pack equals backstage stuff, so I'm going to put down all this stuff. It was so great. Even this fencing here is part of the studios pack there, and beforehand I had I don't know, a couple hundred, almost a couple thousand pieces with just fencing, and I got to replace it all. It was great. Anyways, moving forward, we'll go backstage in just a little bit. I figured I'd show you the front area first. So yeah, once you get up to the hotel, it is a fully functional hotel. I didn't originally intend it to be that. When I first started this hotel, we did not have any inkling or an update with hotels in it, but since Frontier gave us that awesome update, I was able to make this an actual hotel. So it is full of standard rooms, and we do even have some what are they, the luxury rooms there. So yeah, I didn't do full interiors. I do have to be kind of a park count czar, if you will, because this is going to be an entire build, like an entire park build. So I do have to kind of be mindful. I don't want to sacrifice too much quality or anything like that, but you know, at the same time, I do have to consider, like, I want this park to run by the time that we actually start building the theme park, because at the rate it is now, I'm already pushing some frames. I've had to tune down the graphics already with just this resort built and part of the other resort. It's over there, don't look. Anyways, so yeah, I really have to kind of keep that in mind. So interiors, although I would love to do them, they're going to be very limited. So continuing on our tour here, you have our nice little fountain area here. I did this all just from it wasn't really based on anything, to be honest. I think I may have looked up a few Miami fountains, like outside of malls, and they kind of look similar to this, but overall I just kind of like went with it, and I was like, well, that's pretty. So there is your fountain there. Moving on from the valet section, I kind of mentioned it earlier. You can the staff takes your car to the valet only area, and again, a lot of this is thanks to the studios pack here. We'll get to all this later, don't you guys worry. But they take your car back to the valet parking. It was kind of my way to solve the parking lot issue. I didn't want to take up a bunch of room with the parking lot in the middle of this resort, so I kind of just solved it, quote unquote, by making a makeshift parking garage back here that's kind of hidden. Guests can't really see it a lot. I'm trying not to show the freaking next building too much, and I keep showing it. So yeah, I just kind of stuck this into the side of a mountain and was like, you know, that's your parking garage. That solves that, right? Right. So coming off of that, we will go right real quick here. This is a park. It's a modern art park. Modern art park. It's kind of like a bark park, but it's not a bark park. It's a modern art park. Whoa. Anyways, all of these were based off of real modern art, except for this one. I did that one all by myself. I did these two based off of, we'll get nice and close here, I looked up images and kind of used the basic art shapes. They're a little bit big, but they still kind of come off nicely, I believe. And I don't know, I just kind of thought, you know, like, let's have a little park. They can kind of walk around, look at them, and be like, ooh, such art, such modern, very wow. So yeah, I don't know, it was kind of fun building this little park here. And there is your modern art park. Modern art park. And we have a little backstage area here for the security guard station. What else? Got your little capsule door to get up on the roof if you need to. So let's move over this way to the pool here. Our pool. And what I noticed is that I haven't loaded this park up since some of the updates happened. Some of the concrete texture has turned to grass. Interesting. But anyways, as you walk this way, oh, I forgot I added this in. This is by DJ Technoid as well. This is his little "You Are Here" map. I'm gonna put these a lot of places because this is a big resort, and in big resorts and big hotels, you see those everywhere to kind of let you know, like, hey, you're here, just so you don't get lost. So to the left, behind this bright yellow wall is our pool, which is called the Metric Sea, which we will... Yeah, we'll go into that now, and then we'll look at more backstage. I had a lot of fun doing a lot of backstage stuff with this hotel. So you enter into the Metric Sea here, and ideally you'd have like someone stationed here to make sure you have like tickets, or that you're a resort guest or somewhere over here. But I think I might add that in later. But anyways, you come into the pool area here, and there you are. You have all your beach chairs. Nice pool. Don't ask the depth, because we'll take a look real quick. I kind of like didn't think of it, but oh my gosh, this pool is, well, okay, I kind of fixed it a little bit, but before I added in this little slope here, oh my gosh, I didn't think of it, and the pool was like 2 stories deep. It was great. So, oh yeah, these are going to be everywhere too. But anyways, yeah, nice beach deck here. You got some stairs, of course, to get in and out. Some lifeguard shacks. Thank you to Shadow Phoenix. He made these umbrellas here. I think, did I make these? I think I made those. If you come over here, you have our little bar, the Marina Bar. And we have our little fire pit. Can't bring drinks out there, though. You know, if you've ever been to a pool, you can't bring drinks outside the bar usually, because they don't want you to break the glass or spill or anything like that. But if you want, you can have some s'mores there with your friends. We'll turn to the bar here, and you can pull up a chair. This is all custom built. Pull up a chair, watch some news there. You know, we got some breaking news, some ESPN. This was one of the biggest news stories, meme-wise, in the States. Hopefully that starts playing there so you can see what it is. But yeah, this is our little poolside bar here. It wasn't so much difficult as it was interesting to try and find pieces that worked really well to be built on this scale, because it's very, very small. Like these, I wanted them to look like napkins. These are actually wood posts, just kind of sunk in. So a lot of Z fighting kind of went on, but you know, I think overall you kind of get the effect of a bar here. So going outside the bar, you have a hot tub sauna area. Try to keep it again with the modern feel, because this is our modern, almost contemporary style hotel resort. So that's your hot tub area there. This is just, oh, we have something selected, don't we? Well, sorry about that. This is just another way to get back into the hotel, to and from. So that is your pool area there. There's some little sneaky backstage entrances here and there. Yeah, you can still get in there. Yeah, little sneaky backstage entrances all throughout. We have a little diner to go ahead and, you know, if you want to get a quick bite to eat out in the pool, you can. Here's your changing rooms. And trying to think here if there's anything else. It's so funny when you do like a whole bunch of work and it like takes a little bit of time. I mean, any work that I do on Twitch takes a long time, because I'm sitting there chatting with people anyways and stuff. But it's just funny, you go back and you look and you're like, is this really all I did? Is this it? Custom doors for the win, because sometimes you have to. I think I was watching Jonty from Geekism. I think I saw him starting to do these little doors with the what are they? The holders for the TVs and stuff, and scenery. And I thought that was such a good idea. So cute. It'd be so cool if you could change the color of that. But yeah, making your own little custom doors and some more backstage entrances here, which I actually need to fix, because from the guest point of view, you should not be able to see in like that. But you know, that's kind of why I do these. So let's exit the pool area here. Thank you for visiting Metric Sea, and we will continue our way down this way, because this leads to an amphitheater actually. But before we do that, I know we have a lot of people who really like the realistic backstage stuff, so we will kind of sneak backstage here. So don't tell anyone we're back here, and we'll take a look backstage. So a lot of this stuff, again, I do need to switch out still. Now that I'm looking at it, I didn't switch some of this stuff around. A lot of this was from a collection by, and oh my gosh, worst content creator ever. I didn't write down their name, but they made a collection on the Steam Workshop of great backstage items. And some of the stuff is from that. But again, we got the Studios pack, and I feel so bad for this guy because he did a great job collecting all this stuff. But the Studios pack released, and it's like, well, that's an entire backstage pack, basically. So a lot of this stuff, I mean, I'll keep the long lawnmower. That's awesome. The porta potties, the porta johns, quick john, sure. I'll probably keep those around. Frank, he keeps showing up. He's just going to be around. But this is a nice little backstage area. Like I said, probably for the amphitheater. Ruble, always have Ruble's car around. Probably for the amphitheater more so. But let's take a look. There's one thing I wanted to point out with this backstage area. Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is actually based off something that I had when I used to work at a water park. Our backstage, or kind of, what do you want to call it, the staff hangout area, had this second story, and it was really cool because they had these like old broken, that's why this is like bent over. They had these old broken lawn chairs or beach chairs, and it was cool because it oversat, not just like this, but pretty close. It oversat this theater that was inside of the water park that I used to work at. So at nighttime, whenever they would have like, we'd have local artists perform, or they'd like show movies and stuff. Sometimes when you get on break, you could sit here and kind of look over and watch some of the stuff for, well, kind of free, but you work there, so it was whatever. But anyways, I just wanted to add that in. I just was like, you know what, I got to experience that in real life, why not add that in as well? So that's just a little backstage area. Nothing too exciting, eh? Oh, I didn't have a door down there. How embarrassing, right? That's okay. I'm making notes as I go. Like, stuff to fix. This is when you have such a huge area like this, I mean, and you're like working, you're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got everything. And you look back, nope, I didn't get everything. But anyways, this is her entrance into our amphitheater. And it's funny, this view right here, we'll have to keep coming back and looking at this view. It's going to change dramatically as we keep building. So yeah, this whole area was suggested by my Twitch community. I was not going to build this nor the pool. I think I had an idea for a small pool, but nothing like extravagant like that. But basically, because of their great ideas, I was able to build all of this. So they came up with the amphitheater, and this is that area here. First, you pass by Showstoppers, which is your gift shop if you need to, you know, buy any merchandise for the band that's playing that night, or let's say you forgot sunscreen, or, you know, it's any ins and outs that you see. Go on and stop in at Showstoppers there and grab what you need. I need to do a little bit more tidying up. I did forget about this. I did do some fence work and some tidying up work throughout here, but then I had a crash in the game, which seems to be happening a lot to a lot of people, unfortunately, but we have to just roll with the punches, don't we? So I do need to go back and fix all this up. I do know it looks kind of barren. I just forgot that the game crashed out for that. So as you come in, here is our amphitheater seating there. And eventually our amphitheater. Again, all this was custom built by myself there, except for I added in from the collection some random backstage stuff like that. But other than that, everything else was built by myself. Sorry if that was loud there. So there's your amphitheater. I know amphitheaters were all the rage there for a few months in the Bro Nation and for a few other people, so there was my stab at it. And yeah, let's head back this way to some more backstage area. So if you were to go up this way, this is like where the tour bus parks there, and the band can, you know, get out and do their thing. Let me actually pull up the map like this so you can get a bit more bearing, because we're going to go into some backstage stuff, and I just want you all to kind of keep your bearings of how we are looking so far, right? So we started here, kind of made our way up that way, saw the valet, saw the fountain, right? Saw our little park, our valet parking, our pool, our bar, more backstage over this way. And then we made our way down this pathway here to our amphitheater. So now we are going to be looking at our backstage area. And I did make a few stories with this. I just want to make sure you're not confused where we're at. I know how that can go. I watch some videos. I'm like, wait, I can't keep track of where we're at because of the build and yada yada. This is basically a perimeter road that goes back behind. And this is our original building with all the Halloween and Christmas decorations. This is just a perimeter road around the resort. And the idea is that this perimeter road is going to continue along as a backstage road, and maybe even have like some entrance into the theme park this way as well. So that is all in the future, but I just want to make sure you guys have a grasp of where we are at and what we're talking about. So this first little parking lot that overlooks the amphitheater, I did make a little bit of a story with it. Again, it's just a parking lot for like amphitheater employees. Maybe they're not directly tied in with the hotel or the convention center, but you know, they just work with the amphitheater on nights when they have guests and stuff like that. So that's why it's so small. You have a nice garbage bin, garbage guy coming to get some garbage there. But then there's this guy, kind of parked like a dingle, got some smoke coming out of his car. We're not going to question what that smoke is, but you see some cops coming. So here's my idea with this. And we just kind of made this up as we were going on Twitch, is that this guy decided that it's going to be his last day. He was not a good employee. He parks like a dingle again. He's smoking something in his car on his last day, so someone calls the cops and they're like, hey, this guy, yada yada. So the cops are coming to bust him. Bad last day, man. Bad last day, I'll tell you what. But if you continue down, make up some stupid stuff. If you continue down our irregular road here, don't mind that it's so not great. Like I said, it kind of continues some more backstage. This is backstage, this is showstoppers where, they got some busted down speakers, they got some extra fencing, nice employee smoking, or not nice, but an employee smoking and hangout area. This is a separate backstage, little alleyway to get to the amphitheater again. So, like I said, I'm really trying to focus on the pretty realistic side of this, trying to get backstage making sense, trying to get like some sort of flow for everything. I've been playing a lot of Parkitect lately, so that's like a big thing. You have to get your supplies to areas that make sense while the guests so the guests can't see it and stuff. So I'm trying to incorporate that back in here as well. More backstage area for like broken down chairs and stands and stuff. The backstage area to your changing rooms, and yeah, it eventually leads to the back of the entire hotel, right? Where you just have some more parking, very small parking. If I could, I would have expanded it out this way, but I kind of ran out of room. Shh, don't tell anyone. More garbage pickup, just some backstage entrances, loading and unloading. And that brings us back to here, where pretty much that wraps up the tour of the Metric Hotel and Convention Center. I will do a quick pull out here. We're going to look at everything. I'm going to do it very strategically, though. We're okay. You've seen it enough. Anyway, I just don't want to do a full-on showing of that, because we're going to do a separate video of the hotel that's over here. Just think Grand Floridian. It's going to be old-style Florida architecture. I figure we'll do yin and yang. You got the modern architecture over here, right? And then I figure over here we'll do old-style kind of architecture with that. But I wanted to show you everything just so that you can see that this is still very much a work in progress. It's going to be a long, drawn-out process, but I think it's going to turn out fantastic. And again, down here in this corner we have this hotel. In the opposite corner we have another hotel going. In the middle part right here is where I'm figuring the shopping district area. You can kind of see our trams going back and forth. That's going to be buses between the resorts and the shopping and the park. But yeah, you have your shopping district area right in here, have the park entrance here-ish, and then the entire theme park right here, right? So a lot of work to still be done. Got to figure out, I want to put some stuff in between these two areas. I might make some like bike trails or maybe some actual roadways, but lots of stuff to look at and consider. And again, if you would like to kind of, I guess, contribute in a way to this build, be sure to try and catch me over on Twitch. It is the summertime now as I record this, and I have had to reduce my Planet Coaster playing time overall. Trying to get the good shot. There's a really good shot. There it is right there. Okay. I've had to reduce my Planet Coaster playing time overall because of real life work. Summertime is my busy season. I'm in the construction business. So overall, I've had to kind of cut down on Planet Coaster time, and which means I've had to cut down on content on YouTube and on Twitch. So, but yeah, like I said, if you'd like to stay up to date, I do have a Discord, I do have a Twitter. I do update those very frequently. So if you'd like to keep up to date, when I'm going to be releasing content on YouTube, I release some pictures on Twitter before I release content, so if you'd like to get some sneak peeks. Also, I update my Twitch schedule, let everyone know when I'm going to be streaming on Twitch. Basically, if you just like to stay connected, do the Twitter and Discord thing. I'm over there a lot. But yeah, keep an eye out, my friends, for the next episode as I start to wrap up our next hotel here. And again, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And yeah, until next time, my friends, have a fantastic evening, fantastic day, fantastic morning there, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.